In your opinion, what was the core reason behind the Second Opium War? Was it that the UK wanted to continue selling opium to China? Or was it a Sino-British trade deficit?
The Treaty of Nanking in 1842 and the supplementary treaty in the following year did not mention opium trade. As a victor, the United Kingdom did not ask the Qing government to allow opium trade. That means the Qing government had sovereign authority to determine whether opium was legal in China. The Qing government could have continued to investigate opium smuggling. The Treaty of Nanking and its supplementary treaty, the Bogue Treaty, aimed at establishing a modern trade system. In fact, in the first 10 years after the First Opium War, the UK exports to China declined, but it wasn't a key factor in triggering the Second Opium War. What triggered it was that the Qing government refused to honor certain terms as spelled out in the treaties. That caused the British government to take a protective stance to maintain world trade order. Frustration and anger continued to accumulate for the British. 7 years after the Treaty of Nanking, the British were still not allowed to go to Guangzhou City. Local government officials from the Guangdong province did not protect the legal rights of the British businessmen. In 1854, the Qing government delayed implementation of the Sino-French Whampoa Treaty. Frictions continued to escalate until a full breakout took place when both sides were ignited by the Arrow Incident in 1856.
In what sense is the current trade war comparable in nature to the Second Opium War in China?
In the sense of the nature of its conceptual structure, although the Chinese government chose to join the World Trade Organization based on its own interests, however, its attitude towards the rules of the game is similar to the Qing government. The logic behind its decision-making is to take all opportunities to weaken the possibility of execution on terms that restrict the Chinese government's actions, regardless of whether such terms were fair. The methods used were also similar to that of the Qing government. First, they used a delaying strategy. For example, the governor of Guangdong and Guangxi province used the delaying strategy to stop the British businessmen from entering the city. Today, the CCP is also using a delaying strategy to prevent foreign investors from entering certain Chinese markets. When the CCP was forced to deal with increased pressure, the CCP protested and then slowly opened up. Another example is that the Qing governor Ye Mingxi removed the British flag on their ship in the name of capturing pirates. Today, the CCP used the excuse of fire protection to shut down local lot market. And in the name of antitrust, the CCP worked against Apple and Microsoft. All these examples reflect that the fundamental conflict between the two sides arises from their difference in acknowledging, and in the willingness to abide by, established rules. Similar to the Qing government, the CCP is avoiding execution on terms that are fairly established in the contract. Their fundamental belief is that the definition of good terms is terms that benefit the CCP.